Top 10 Scariest Movie of All Time. Number 10. The Ring. In 2002, a remake of a Japanese horror film, The Ring centers on a cursed videotape that brings death to anyone who watches it. The film's unsettling visuals, eerie atmosphere, and the terrifying girl crawling out of the TV have become iconic in horror culture. Number 9. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a classic horror movie released in 1984. It follows the story of a group of teenagers who are haunted by a vengeful spirit named Freddy Krueger. Krueger was a child murderer who was burned alive by a group of PA. Now, he seeks revenge by invading their dreams, where he can harm and kill them in reality as well. The film explores the terrifying concept of being hunted in one's own dreams, blurring the lines between reality and the dream world. The movie's iconic imagery, including Freddy's bladed glove, has made it a staple in the horror genre. Number 8. Paranormal Activity is a found footage horror film released in 2007. The movie follows a young couple who are experiencing disturbing and unexplained occurrences in their home. They set up cameras to document the activity, revealing increasingly terrifying supernatural events. As the couple's attempts to confront the paranormal escalate, the haunting events become more menacing. The film's unique found footage style to its realism and amplifies the fear factor, making Paranormal Activity a spine-tingling exploration of supernatural terror. Number 7. The Sixth Sense is a psychological thriller film released in 1999. It follows a young boy named Colseer, played by Haley Joel Osment, who claims to see and communicate with the spirits of the dead. He encounters a child psychologist, Dr. Malcolm Crowe, played by Bruce Willis, who tries to help him while dealing with his own personal issues. The film is known for its unexpected twist ending and exploration of themes related to death, communication, and redemption. Number 6. It is a supernatural horror film based on Stephen King's 1986 novel of the same name, set in the fictional town of Derry, Maine. The story revolves around a group of friends who come together in the summer of 1989 to confront a malevolent entity that preys on children. The entity often takes the form of a clown, Pennywise, luring children into its clutches by exploiting their fears. As the friends investigate a series of disappearances and disturbing events, they uncover the dark history of Derry and realize that the evil force resurfaces every 27 years. The film alternates between the protagonist's childhood experiences in the late 1980s and their adult lives in the early 2010s as they return to Derry to fulfill a blood oath to defeat the entity once and for all. It delves into themes of friendship, trauma, and the power of confronting one's fear with a mix of jump scares and psychological horror. The film captures the essence of King's novel, showcasing the resilience of the human spirit. Number 5. The Conjuring is a gripping supernatural horror film that was released in 2013. The movie is notable for its chilling portrayal of real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The plot revolves around the pair and family who move into a secluded farmhouse in Rhode Island during the 1970s. Shortly after settling in, they start experiencing a series of disturbing and unexplained events that escalate in intensity. These eerie occurrences include mysterious sounds, unexplained bruises, and sinister apparitions. As their lives are increasingly disrupted by these supernatural phenomena, the parents turn to the Warrens for help. Ed and Lorraine Warren are renowned for their expertise in dealing with paranormal cases, and they agree to investigate the parents' home. What they discover is a malevolent presence rooted in a dark history of the house. The entity's malevolence knows no bounds, and it becomes clear that the parent family is in grave danger. As Ed and Lorraine delve deeper into the supernatural mysteries surrounding the house, they confront terrifying forces that challenge their faith and courage. The film skillfully builds tension, employing suspenseful atmospheres and well-timed jump scares to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The Conjuring not only serves as a riveting standalone horror film but also marked the inception of the Conjuring universe, a franchise that includes several spin-off movies based on other cases investigated by the Warrens. The film's combination of a compelling true story element, strong performances, and a well-crafted atmosphere has solidified its place as a modern classic in the horror genre. Number 4. Come Play is a horror thriller directed by Jacob Chase. The story revolves around a young non-verbal autistic boy named Oliver, who communicates using a smartphone and a mysterious app. He encounters a malevolent entity named Larry, a creature from another dimension seeking companionship. As Larry's sinister intentions escalate, Oliver's parents must race against time to protect their son from the supernatural threat. The film explores themes of isolation, family bonds, and the power of technology in a chilling and suspenseful narrative. Number 3. The Blair Witch Project is a found-footage horror film released in 1999, directed by Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez. The movie follows 3 student filmmakers who venture into the Black Hills Forest in Maryland to document the legend of the Blair Witch. Armed with only handheld cameras, they begin their journey to uncover the mystery behind the myth. As they delve deeper into the forest, strange and unsettling events begin to unfold. The film is presented as raw, documentary-style footage, giving it a sense of realism and immersion. The Blair Witch Project is known for popularizing the found footage genre and for its use of suspense and psychological horror rather than explicit gore. It has left a lasting impact on the horror genre and filmmaking techniques. Number 2. Poltergeist is a classic horror film released in 1982, directed by Tobe Hooper and produced by Steven Spielberg. The story revolves around the Freeling family, who experience paranormal disturbances in their suburban home. These events escalate, leading to the abduction of their youngest daughter, Carol Ann, by malevolent spirits through a portal in the closet. Desperate to retrieve their daughter, the Freelings enlist the help of parapsychologists and a medium named Tongina Barons. Together, they discover that their house is built on an ancient burial ground, which has become a source of dark energy. The malevolent force, a poltergeist, seeks to use Carol Ann as a conduit to cross over into the afterlife. The film combines elements of suspense, supernatural horror, and family drama as the Freelings confront escalating terrors within their home. As the haunting intensifies, they face the challenge of overcoming their fears and fighting back against the vengeful spirits. Number 1. The Exorcist is a renowned horror novel written by William Peter Blatty. Published in 1971, it revolves around the distressing events that unfold in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. The story follows Chris McNeil, a famous actress, and her young daughter, Regan. Regan starts exhibiting bizarre and alarming behaviors, which escalate into violent outbursts and apparent possession. In their desperation, Chris seeks medical and psychiatric help. But when conventional treatments fail, she turns to Father Damien Karras, a struggling priest and psychiatrist. Karras, wrestling with his own crisis of faith, agrees to perform an exorcism on Regan. He seeks the assistance of Father Lancaster Marin, an experienced exorcist. The novel delves into the battle between good and evil, exploring themes of faith, doubt, and the supernatural as the exorcism ritual unfolds. Regan's possession manifests in increasingly horrifying ways, testing the resolve and faith of both priests. The story is characterized by its intense psychological horror and its portrayal of the ultimate struggle for a young girl's soul. The Exorcist is celebrated for its chilling atmosphere, compelling characters, and its ability to provoke deep existential questions about the nature of evil and the strength of faith. It has become a seminal work in the horror genre and has been adapted into a highly successful film. These movies have stood the test of time and continue to terrify audiences worldwide. Remember, horror is subjective, so what one person finds terrifying, another might not. Thanks for watching.